Hey everyone, so this is a commission. Someone asked me, one of my clients, she's bought a couple of journals now. She asked me to make her something to do with ravens, crows, and she does like Poe, so I asked her. So this is what I came up with. It's I did take an old book cover and use that as the basis for the cover for this one, and then I made a special spine for it. I gilded it with some gilding wax, and then aged it with some distress ink, so there's lots there. I named it Branwen is how you pronounce it, Branwen, and that is a Welsh name for fair raven. So, and it's actually a person in Welsh history as well. This, I framed this, made this little frame, and this is just a metal brass raven skull or bird skull. And inside we have, there's lots of, okay, this is Tim Holtz paper. It's just beautiful. I love it. And so there's lots of things, of course, to do with raven. And this is just a tuck spot here. And there's a lot of quotes in here from Poe that I thought would go well with it. She didn't want too much lace, so I tried not to put too much. And there's some journaling cards here. More Tim Holtz paper. And part of the poem Annalee. Another one of his quotes. Some of my own hand-dyed avocado paper and graph paper, and then a picture of Poe on some dark blue dyed paper, a little button, and then this, because the particular size, she wanted it to be within a certain size. So because of the size that she wanted, I got permission from the people who actually made these. Hang on, I need a coffee. I got permission. I downloaded it. I'll put the link below for this kit that I bought. It's all the muscles, and it's the anatomy of a raven, and I thought it was really interesting. And though I couldn't make it fit exactly the size without distorting it of the page, I do like to kind of have different pages going up and down, because I think that adds a lot of interest when you see something coming to the next page. And I like them kind of being disjointed, because it adds kind of, this is a very I don't know, it's vintage, but it's also kind of got this little spookiness going with it, and I think that adds to the theme of this. I also had some vintage journaling. I know she likes to journal in her journals, so I added these pages in as well. It's from another kit. It's not a feather. I know it's supposed to be a leaf, but I thought it looked very much like a feather, so I stuck those up there. More of that raven, anatomy of a raven. And this is from Mrs. Cog. This is some of her Poe things that she has, and I made into a little tuck spot for a journaling card, tea stained, and more vintage. And then this pocket, I made it a see-through with some vellum, and there's a couple of tags there. And those were given to me. These black things were die cut by my friend Frances. She's very generous. She gave me some of this stuff when she knew I was doing a Poe book. She offered up some things that she had, so the lace and some of these interesting yarns and stuff. Another pocket here on the side from Mrs. Cog, and a couple of journaling cards stuck in there. And of course, a quote from Poe. And we have a little tuck spot here with a quote, and I just made a card like that, and that goes in there. I like making everything a little different. This is some of my vintage. It's from the card game thing for keeping scores. That's vintage paper. More of the notebook and parchment paper, and I put a little coin on there because crows are known to And ravens are known to pick up little things like shiny bits. Or there's the other side for the card game thing, and the anatomy, and then some dyed paper and some black lace, graph paper, and some blueberry paper. And this is an interesting kit. I'm trying to remember who I got this from, but because I've had it for a while. And we have this pocket, this little lace pocket, some leftover black that I had dyed, quotes and ravens. Another little tuck spot with little card stuck in there. And then a paper clip with just a Happy Halloween one. I didn't want to add it in there because I don't know if she wants to actually keep that in here. Because it does say Happy Halloween. That's got part of Poe's Raven poem on it. More of my hand-dyed papers. Another tuck spot and a little card I made here to go on that. So it's like a small belly band. And then there's part of the Raven poem there. There's a Raven, and then I put a key charm on here because I thought that would fit the mood of this one. And then that's just a digital stamp I did on the paper. A little cluster. Put a little thing there. Like I said, I think, you know, ravens are attracted to little shiny things and collecting them sometimes. But I do like, I'm happy to use this paper. I haven't been able to use it very much. This is from a children's book. And this is from Phantom of the Opera. That's part of the, I tea-dyed it. That's part of the music. More notebook. And then this lace also from Frances. She's very kind. Very generous. More parchment paper, different colors. And more tags. And then this, another die cut from Frances, and I just took some this netting that I had up here. I took some of this netting, put it there so it's still see-through, and it's a different kind. And there's a little card stuck in there, journal card there. And then these two journal cards I made. This is also Tim Holtz paper that I got, that I put on some tags. It's very, very pretty. It's not the 12 by 12 size, so but it's fantastic for tags. As you see, it's just so pretty, this paper. And on the back of a lot of these also has some of his paper on it, because it's just beautiful paper, and it's nice enough. There's something interesting there, but it's also not too dark, and you can journal on top of it if you want. This is very old vintage. And then I got this from Nick the Booksmith. It is a a thing for the school, like, you know, in a card. Put that in there. It's a journaling tag. I just thought it was perfect. It's more Tim Holtz paper. Notice it's not the same. I use different papers. I don't often do that, but I use different papers for the front and the back, and I really like the way they turned out. I think it adds a lot of interest to this. And there's a little tiny tag I stuck in there. And then there's also, I left the side open to put that's a Tim Holtz one in there. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this little journal turned out. I'm looking forward to sending it to my customer probably tomorrow. And I think she'll love it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And I do have a tutorial coming up. I had issues with one of the video parts of it, so I'm working on that to fix that. Oh, and the other thing that goes with this, I made a little pen, and that's a real nib, so it should actually work if she was to dip it into ink and try it. So that also goes with it. Have a good day, everybody. Take care.